On ABC Sport, welcome to the Brisbane Big League.
Hello everyone, a day for flying kites here at Langlands Park. A very strong breeze blowing and it will affect the outcome of this game. Both teams will be wary of the strength of the wind. On the competition ladder, this is a most important matchup. It's the Crushers in 5th place versus Easts in 6th place. If the Crushers win today, they'll be 3 points clear of the Tigers and will take a firm hold on 5th position with 2 rounds to go. However, if Easts win, well, they'll leapfrog the Crushers into 5th place. The wind, as I say, will play its part. The Crushers 5'8", Wayne Thompson, has an accomplished kicking game. On the other hand, East have made a number of changes. Tony, what do you think they're trying to achieve?
Well, I think Coach Ross Strudwick is trying to match the Crushers' forward power. He's done the right thing today. He's got a bit more size in the East pack. Today, I think the East backs actually will come into play more often. Strudwick's plan, I think, today will be to spread the ball from sideline to sideline, run the big Crushers team around. Quite frankly, I don't think the Crushers travel too well away from Lang Park. For my money today, Eastern Suburbs to get up.
And here come the Crushers. They know it's a very important day. The back line, Ralph, Plowman, Norton, Hines, Brennan, Thompson and Antonick. And the forwards, Doyle, the captain at lock forward, McAllister, Tideman, Cooper, Mears and Young. And the home side, the Tigers. Perfect conditions as far as the ground here goes. For East, Smith, McGowan, Lewis, Dwyer, Turner, Cairns and Duncan, the backs. And the pack has Dowden, Cope, Shaw, Nielsen, Staines and Rames. Referee for the match is Ian Irwin. And play underway from the boot of Andrew McGowan, deep down towards the Crushers' goal line. Ian Irwin yesterday refereed the Australian under-19s versus the Kiwis, and the Kiwis came out in front at Dolphin Oval. And the for and against shows that the Crushers deserve to be ahead of Easts, if that is an indication. In attack, 502 points compared to East 445, and in defence, the Crushers have conceded only 352, and East have given away 458. In fact, those for and against records put East 6th in attack, 6th in defence, and not surprisingly, they're 6th on the ladder. Whereas the Crushers, in fact, are probably a little below where they deserve to be, looking at the for and against records. 3rd in attack, 4th in defence in comparison to other teams over the season. Here's East swinging the ball wide early. They've found a bit of space. Great work as downfield goes Shaw. Shaw striding away. They're not going to catch him. Shaw 10 metres out. Here comes the defence now. He dives for the line and bounces over. And that's a remarkable try from East. They shifted the ball wide on their own 30-metre line, and Shaw cut through, and hard to believe that a second rower could run 70 metres head by Norton. Thompson on the blind side, pops a little kick through. The chase was coming from Michael Brennan, but there was enough cover back there, but it ends up over the touchline. Now it is a Crushers feed, so it was taken over the touchline by East. Thompson goes wide to Norton, nice step. He's well tackled though. That was great cover defence by Steve Dowden. They go again to the blind side with McAllister. Here comes Young, but he's the decoy runner. Antony puts it down. The pass was a little low and made him grab forward, but so intent was he to get it wide that he's dropped the ball.
Just a case of trying to catch and pass before you even get the ball, and bad mistake there.
Referee Irwin tells the scrum what he wants, and it's gone against the feed to the Crushers. Out it comes from Antonick, and not far out is Steve Ralph. Right in front of the post, 6 metres out. Field back to Thompson, McAllister, Plowman. Plowman, who had a couple of seasons with the Brisbane Broncos. 5 out. Tideman going himself. Tideman looks for support.
Plenty of East defence, but they must be short out wide if that many men go in for that tackle.
We've had time to recover. A slow play the ball. Now it's Thompson. Antony. He looks wide. He flings a lovely pass and over. Oh, no, it's a forward pass as Michael Brennan was over in the corner. But referee Irwin calls them back. That long pass must have just slid forward. Can't have been too much in it.
Great ball, actually, but just ruled offside. Going forward. Here it is, the long pass. Brennan running onto the ball, setting sail for the corner, but to no avail. There's a linesman. He's making the decision.
And another scrum could go against the feed here. East are going to have to work on the scrummaging, and very lucky for them, they kick it back. And the penalty has gone against the Crushers, but it's It's against the lock forward, breaking prematurely before the ball came out. Duncan finds touch. So East have held out against some concerted pressure from the Crushers. Partly the Crushers undoing their own possibilities. Now they swing it wide, and here it is. In the centres, Matt Dwyer. Knocked down 10 metres out. Well, you don't have to be a Rhodes Scholar to work out the East tactics, Tony.
Well, they're going from sideline to sideline. It's spreading. It's a cavalier attitude. Talking to Strudwick just before the game, he says the thing that has let Eastern Suburbs down is that they haven't been holding their full sets of 6. Let's hope they do today, and we'll be in for a great game.
Dowden pops the pass, and away they go with Dion Cope.
Plenty of support play there too.
Norton got him on halfway. Staines keeps it going to Dowden. Dowden playing well. Now it's Shaw. The one area that I was worried about from the East point of view, if we know they want to throw the ball around, on a windy day it's that much harder, but the passes are finding their mark. What a lovely ball from Cairns that time. Out towards Heath Lewis. The ball's on the ground, but it's gone backwards. Now Duncan kicks high, and it puts a bit of pressure on Ralph, swirling around right on his goal line. Took it in the field of play. And there's plenty of defence there to round him up. So the Crushers now have to work it out of that territory. Can't afford a mistake here. Hines plays it back. Now Grant Young. And East offside, inside the 10 metres. The Crushers will look for touch. It'll be Wayne Thompson. Thompson goes for distance. Is it going to find touch? No. Bad kick. Back goes McGowan. It was deep, but it didn't find the line, and that's the all-important part of kicking for touch. Ultimately, you'd rather go 5 metres back as long as it goes out.
It's good to watch this football from East. There's no settlers in this team. They just take it wide at every opportunity they can.
A long pass comes out now towards Dwyer. Or in fact, I should say that is Simon Rames. Sean Davis, originally named at hooker, the former fullback and halfback, quite remarkably named at hooker, but then put back onto the bench. But no doubt we'll see him injected possibly around that 20-minute mark once the forwards start to slow up. And he is very fast, so it'll be interesting to see how they do use Sean Davis in this match. Last tackle coming up, goes to Duncan, and he puts the kick in to Brennan. Bouncing awkwardly for him. Gives the chasers, and a line of chasers. Plenty of time to get down there. And look, they trap him only 10 metres out from his own line. And roll him back a metre. I thought that it might be Wayne Thompson's kicking game. It would be the strongest of all the kickers on the field, but Duncan is doing a good job for East so far. On their own 20, the Crushers. And this East defence is making it very hard work for them. Doyle plays it back. Away goes Mears, and Mears is off. Down to the 40 he goes. 10 metres his own side of halfway. It was Duncan in cover defence, stopped him. Now here's Thompson with the kick. Now that is deep. Is it going to go too far? It's bouncing into the in-goal area.
That'll hold up.
And good length on it.
Oh, he's through.
Straight back upfield goes David Smith. Right up towards the halfway line. And into touch. Put a foot into touch as Plowman swung him towards the sideline.
David Smith going down the sideline there. Thompson with a big arm.
He didn't actually go out here, Tony. It's an incident the touch judge has got his flag up for. Plowman over the top.
Coming in, making a second tackle.
So the penalty goes to East. And here comes Sean Davis now for East as David Smith leaves the field, the man who was tackled heavily on the far side. He's perfectly all right. These are just changes being made by Strudwick, and here go the Tigers in centre field. Another change out there is Greg Street. He's gone onto the wing, and Scott Nielsen is rested. There's some interesting changes there for East. Davis and Street on. Nielsen and Smith, the fullback, off. And again, they go to the left. They're swinging from one side of the field to the other, working the Crushers forwards from side to side.
With all these interchanges, I think Strudwick is just trying to keep the pace of the game up, keep it going wide, and really catch the Crushers on the back foot here.
So they're 40 metres out. Cairns finds a little opening and away he goes. There's support inside the pass. Here goes Davis. Davis is in for the try. Sean Davis scores. He's only been on the field 60 seconds, but Shane Cairns is the man who deserves the pat on the back. He's got speed and he's got a step and he's been dangerous numerous times in this match. It's East 8, the Crushers 0. All started by Davis and he just fires the pass out, but look at Cairns step through very, very nicely past a couple of big men. As he was falling, there was a mile of support. There were 3 or 4 men and he just got the pass up in time to Davis.
Davis starts his try, gives it to Cairns. Now have a look at the Cairns step here on Grant Young. Bang inside him, all the way there, nothing in front of him. Has a look. The man that started the movement arrives on the scene. Sean Davis under the sticks, and this man is a prolific try scorer. He's only been on the field for 1 minute.
I couldn't believe when I looked at the program and I saw Sean Davis with the number 9 on his back to play at hooker, but under the 10-metre rule, anything's possible. And it just showed what speed he has there to score that try, backing up beautifully. Shane Cairns to attempt this conversion right in front of the posts. Missed with his first shot at goal. This is much easier. Tremendous start for East. A real reward for their tactics in moving the ball around. And he converts it. The Crushers players down in the goal line there say, come on, we've got to get back into this. They're down 10-0.
Classic back line here, starting off by the halfback, and Davis goes up to Cairns. Now Cairns sees a prop forward in front of him and says, I'll put the step on, puts the right foot on, inside, back to Sean Davis, backing up. Easy as you please, under the stick, 6 points.
Our statistician, Brad Talon, tells me some very relevant information. East have completed 6 sets of 6 out of 7 possessions. The Crushers have only completed 3 out of 8. The Crushers, mind you, have had 2 opportunities to score and have twice been called back. Once for a forward pass, another time they were very nearly over as well.
So far, Coach Ross Strudwick has pulled the right rein here. He's got these big forwards in the East pack. They're holding the Crushers pack quite easily here, and the backs are really going on with the job at this stage.
This is Rames. Trying to shrug them off. Tackled well by Antonic. Very important passage of play coming up here. The Crushers can't afford to allow East to score again. And that is a great kick. Very, very deep. Away from Steve Ralph. Gaining some 60 metres, using the breeze perfectly. Kicking from this side of the field to the far corner. Very difficult to cover. Scrum fed by Antonic. The Crushers have got it. Thompson has a run himself. Can't break through this tigerish defence. Hines. There's ankle tap by Ashley Welch, the 3rd replacement on the field for East.
We've just seen Grant Young go down in the tackle. I think he might be a little bit lethargic here towards the end of this match. He's had 3 games in 7 days after backing up for the Australian resident side on Wednesday.
Jared Williams trying to play the ball.
Greg Street underneath all that, injured, holding on too long. You know, we won't have anything to do with that.
Here goes Young. And strong stuff. Young, who I believe has been signed up for next year by the Crushers. Nice work by Mears and Antonic. Here's a chance. Quick hands out from Williams, but Norton can't hang on to it. The pass was just a little behind him, and Williams angry with himself. Tried hard to get the pass to him.
Great second phase from the Crushers. But the backup arriving a little bit too late. A bit of a bad pass here coming out. Just there. Norton overrunning the ball, cannot pick it up.
The scrummaging of the Crushers has been very good. They've won a couple against the feed. Plenty of weight, so the East forwards have to be very alert and ready to put their shoulders into it. Now here's East swinging it wide. Lewis. Now it's Dwyer. Just trying to look at the scrum and see exactly where the Crushers players are packing. It looks as if Jared Williams is packing into the 2nd row. And it could be David Cooper, who's not on the field. Because it appears that one of the 2nd rows has moved up to the front row for the scrums, at least.
Good body contact there from Grant Young.
Rames to play it. 10 short of halfway. Davis tries a little kick through. Norton's got it covered. He can't get the bounce. Well, he did eventually. Kept low for him. And well done by Norton to stay awake. There was no one else back there. Now Ralph throws the dummy. Nearly through. Still on his feet. Goes again. That's a good run by the fullback.
And unloading.
To Young. Young is off, and he goes another 10. And that's good football. All started by the fullback, who's now on the ground holding his head. Thompson out to Tideman. Thompson now slips it back to Plowman. Plowman strong. Great pass back. They're not far out with Williams playing it. Now it's Mears. Mears only a couple of metres out. The Crushers need to try here. Can they get it? Comes back behind Hines. Lost a bit of ground. Here's Norton. Tackle needs to be made. Back inside. Here's a chance for a try. And it's Doyle. Rod Doyle reaches out and scores the try. Very good backing up by him. As the tackle was made on Norton, it was one-on-one, a tackle that had to be made, and it was, but the pass was slipped back inside. And some nice work here. Travis Norton, he is tackled. Good defence, but there was the backup that he needed, and over goes Rod Doyle.
Well, Rod Doyle gets a bad pass and recovers quite well. There it is, behind him. It's fifth and last. Don't know what to do. We'll go wide. Norton says, I'll make something of this. A great diving tackle here by Sean Davis. Inside, backing up again is Doyle. Reaches out and stretches over for a well-deserved try.
So Rod Doyle scores his 7th try of the season. Very important link in this unit. It's 10 points to 4 in favour of East. Grant Young from out wide. He'll need to allow for this win, certainly. And there it is, just pushing towards the right hand upright. What a great kick from Grant Young. And again, my goal kicking wouldn't be much use because I'm allowing for the win. These guys aren't. It's 10-6 to East.
Bad ball to Doyle. He turns it around. Says, what am I going to do? Grant Young's in his way. I'll go wide here to Norton. Norton can do something with this. It is Heath Lewis, goes low. It's a good tackle, but he gets the ball back inside, and Doyle ever present backing up and turns it into 6 points.
And there they go again. Duncan wide to Cairns. They don't have the numbers, but they are moving the Crushers around.
And that's good play by the Tigers. What it effectively does is move the big forward pack around from the Crushers side, and it creates tiredness in the team. And if one man doesn't turn up, then the hole's created and the Tigers can go through that hole.
Another replacement on the field for East. It's big Clinton Cannon, and away they go here. Downfield goes Dion Cope. Support inside with Davis. He's got to give it to him. He's going to go all the way himself. Still trying. No. He's lost it.
It's a bounce ball.
He's lost it and he's bombed the try. He had to pass the ball to Davis. You couldn't believe it. Dion Cope, admittedly a great run by him, but he has blown the finish. Davis, one of the fastest men on the paddock, was waiting inside. Great defence nevertheless here. Schifosky's done a good job.
The hand came out and stopped the try. Davis actually at that stage was telling him where to go. I'll back up inside, you take the man. 6 points on offer, they're going begging.
Well, they might look back on that one and rue the decision later. A very similar break made by Dion Cope from around his own 30 or 40 metre line to the break that led to Matt Shaw's try. And Tony, an interesting stat. We've got Wayne Thompson, the 5'8" for the Crushers, leading their tackle count. He's made 9. Mitchell Hines has made 9. And Travis Norton, the centre, alongside him has made 6. So the top 3 tacklers are the 5'8" and the 2 centres for the Crushers. Now, that tells the story.
Well, it's going out their way each time. The Tigers here are just spreading the ball wide. And looking to pass back inside, Tchaikovsky, there's an East hand in there. Dowden dives on the ball, but it isn't knocked forward. In fact, I think he might have been in an offside position.
In fact,
oh, good.
I think East have only made 1 handling error, and that's extraordinary considering the number of passes they've thrown and in windy conditions.
Well, Warren, if you pass the ball and catch it long enough, you do get used to it.
Yeah, but they've thrown some long passes to get it wide, and the wind makes it difficult sometimes.
And sometimes under pressure.
And really, that's up to the Crushers. They've got to get up amongst them, put the pressure onto them. Here's Thompson. That was a very flat pass, but it was okay. Plowman, very competitive, plays it. McAllister getting the pass away.
He's still short out here on the left.
Thompson dummies inside. Tideman, Schifosky up in the line. And now he slips it back to Hines. Brennan, they're keeping it alive well. Handball back.
Oh, yes.
They might have run out of players, though, with all the passes. Antonic, though, makes the good little run. Last tackle coming up now. Back line stretching to the far side for the Crushers on the last.
Big Grant Young out wide.
There he is now with the ball. Throws the dummy, straightens it up, loses it. And that will be a scrum for the knock-on. Handover, in fact. It was the last tackle. A good desperation by the Crushers.
Yeah, the Crushers haven't chanced a little kick-in goal yet. I think they're backing themselves, and that's good to see. Didn't quite work that time.
10 points to 6 in favour of East. They led 10-0. The Crushers hit back with a converted try. Clinton Schifosky, who's on as fullback as a replacement, is injecting himself into the line to good effect.
Very good effect. Tideman sitting out wide as well. He's muffed a couple of chances and a couple of knock balls, but he's blended in well with Schifosky out at fullback, backing him up.
Here's Duncan. He slips a pass away to the running forwards, and a good offload comes back. But they don't gain anything from it. It was Shaw getting that pass back, which ended up going to ground.
Here they go again.
Davis. Cope.
Plenty of pace for a big man, Cope, and a great fend.
Good tackle by Tideman. Duncan. He'll go for that corner where he's had success. It's a deep, raking kick, not quite a torpedo.
That's a beauty.
But it's taken a good turn, hasn't it? What a bounce. And finds touch 15 metres out. Rob Duncan, again, right on target with the kick. The caution issued to Darren Plowman, and the scrum has gone against the feed to East this time. Out it comes to Lewis, dancing around in the tackles. David Smith, the fullback for East, is back on the field. Here he is now. Oh, good big tackle. Strong hit from the Crushers player. I think it was Mitchell Hines, the centre. No, in fact, it was Doyle. Doyle, the lock forward. Only a couple of metres out. Cairns at dummy half to Staines. Back to Cairns. Here's the run straight through. Matt Shaw scores his second try, and it was a perfectly worked play by East. It looked so easy as Shaw, running a very straight line, just seemed to step into open spaces so easily, but it was this nice piece of work by Cairns and Staines that put him into the hole, and the Crushers defence close to the line just didn't have time to close it up.
Well, that's the secret there. A little double round by Ian Staines. Hands in there, Shaw on the burst through the paper-thin defence of the Crushers and over.
So Matt Shaw scores his second try of the match and his 8th of the season. Half-time siren has gone. What a perfect time to score a try. Cairns moves into it, hits it well, flags are up, and East increase their lead at half-time. A very handy performance by them. They lead 16-6 over the Crushers. The view from Langlands Park towards the city. Let's take a look at the half-time stats. Total tackles made about even, but the Crushers have more errors. In fact, the handling errors are 9 by the Crushers, only 1 by East. The penalties are 6-3 to the Crushers. They had a run of penalties midway through the first half. The scrums are 4-3 to the Crushers, with 1 each against the feed. Metres gained, just favouring East a little. Time in possession about even, but when we examine it a little further, we'll see that time in the opposition half, East have been in the opposition half only 27% of the time when they've had the ball, so they've scored long-range tries, whereas the Crushers, despite being camped down the other end of the field, they've had field position dominance on East. They haven't been able to convert it into points. Completed sets of 6, much more effective East, really completing those sets. The line breaks, East have made 5 to the Crushers 2. Kicks in general play with the wind in the first half. East have kicked 12 times to the Crushers 5. Half-time score 16-6. Top tacklers, Shaw, Cope and Staines for East leading the way, and for the Crushers, 5'8" Thompson has made 12. Mears moving up the ladder there to 10 tackles, and Hines the centre with 9 tackles. So away we go for the second half, and it should be a very entertaining second half going on the first 40 minutes. Remembering that East bombed 1 try, the Crushers had 1 try disallowed to at least even things up a little in that way. On the scoreboard, 16 points to 6 in favour of East. And will the tactics of the two teams remain the same? Will East continue to throw it wide? Will the Crushers use the wind that seems to be behind them in this second half? So I'm just looking at it wondering whether it has changed at all. We'll see as it progresses. So Dowden takes it up towards halfway. Staines had to race into dummy half, and that forced the error of the pass. And Davis pops the kick downfield towards Plowman.
Good line from Eastern Suburbs.
Very aggressive runner, Darren Plowman. And Ross Strudwick, the East coach, joins us. Well, Ross, we've been very impressed with your tactics getting it wide. Is that more that you see East strength being out wide, or is it to run the Crushers forwards around?
The Crushers are a pretty big side, and you know, I can't see our side. You know, even though we've got fair size in our forward pack, I really couldn't see us taking them on out there and actually beating them. So you know, we had to come up with something, and what we've come up with is moving the ball about. You know, making them chasers, and hope we use up some of their energy so they don't have as much in attack.
Ross, you stated before the game that you're a much better team if you hold the ball for your sets of 6. In that first half there, Sean Davis, a little chip over the top in his own half. Crushers made you pay 6 points. Did you impress upon the team that this half you've got to go through those sets of 6 to hold these guys out? I mean, if you make a mistake in your own quarter, they're too big, they'll score. So what did you say to them at half-time, mate?
Well, we didn't actually mention the Sean Davis chip kick, but it was the only time we chip kicked in the whole game, and we've had that problem in the last 3 or 4 weeks where guys were kicking for themselves and not doing team kicks. And it is a problem, and we did pay, as you say. Our game plan for this second half is exactly the same as the first half. We've got to move the ball around and make them tired so that when they've got the ball, they're not so hard to tackle.
Ross, just 2 areas that may have been of some concern. The scrums. The Crushers seem to be putting a lot of weight into those scrums. And secondly, the wind. Have you got any fears in the second half that they're going to be able to use it effectively against you?
No, mate, we're all good religious people, and the wind will turn around and get behind us in this second half. There's not a problem there. But when you talk about the scrums, like they won one against the feed and really didn't come up with a result. We won one against the feed there near the end and scored a try. So, you know, we're all quite happy with that.
OK, thanks, Ross. They're playing well.
Thanks very much.
Dion Cope looked to have suffered a serious shoulder injury, but now he's OK, just loosening it up, and he's going to continue. And away they go with Cannon. He ran off Dowden and now to the winger, and he's into touch, though. Andrew McGowan putting a foot into touch.
Well, it looked like he put a foot into touch without any pressure on him. There it is. Well into touch.
And the scrum packing on the halfway line. Again, it screws around, and East have got it back against the feed, so not for the first time in this game. Good offloading as Dowden swings a pass, but it's intercepted by Wayne Thompson, and the Crushers have possession once again. Timely to speak now to the Crushers coach, Billy Gardner. Bill, in the first half, East obviously were trying to move your big men from side to side. Well, how are you going to counteract that?
By putting them down, Warren.
Well, it's not easy. It's easier said than done, though, isn't it?
Well, that's right. You're watching it.
Well, I mean, what have you said to them? I mean, just get up quickly and try and stop them?
No, I think we're working on get our defensive positioning correct. That's what this game's all about. You're in position quickly in defence. Well, then you can nullify their attack, and that's what we worked on. But at the moment, we're not getting out. We're defending from the inside out. We need to defend from the outside in. That's where the plays will come for us.
Here's some good attack with Doyle. Now the pass goes loose as he tries to pick up Antony. Phil, as the first half wore on, it seemed the Crushers also became a little more adventurous, wanted to get those passes moving wide. What are the tactics?
Tactics are to win the game, Warren, whatever way we can.
Yeah, but how have you told them to do it?
Oh, well, that's my point, isn't it?
Billy, the centres I've noticed here for the Crushers, when the Tigers are moving it wide, your returning men, did you impress upon them in the second half that the returners have to get in position because they're going from one side and then they're going straight back. So if you don't counteract that, you will have trouble out there. Is that a major
correct,
point?
Tony. Yeah, that's what we talked about just before. It's our defensive positioning that we need to slide it to move out or just quicker, whichever way they're going to return the footy. And that's what we worked on. At the moment, we're caught one man short on those return plays. You're right. That's what we've got to do.
Bill, just one other thing. The wind, while it's a bit hard to tell, it seems to be swirling around a bit. If your fellas do feel it's behind you, is Wayne Thompson going to kick early in the count or wait till the last?
No, we'll take it as it comes. I think it's there for us either way.
Here's Tideman. He's going to score. He's in. Well, Bill, there's good news for you. Tideman over out wide.
Yeah, that's all we want.
All right, thanks for joining us, Billy Gardner. And Tideman gallops over out wide. East 16, the Crushers 14. And After making a couple of half breaks, in fact, both teams have made half breaks in the last few minutes and lost possession. This time, the Crushers hang on to it, and Tideman just gallops, and really the East defence didn't come up to meet him.
Well, they're sliding off their own line. I don't agree with this. Tideman getting in there. Heath Lewis has just taken off. There it is. Nielsen just can't go with him. Too much pace by Tideman. And over.
Tideman scores his 11th try of the season. A big second rower. Pretty good effort, 11 tries. Now, Grant Young kicked a tremendous goal in the first half from out wide. Can he do it again? He moves in. He's pushed it out to the right a little. It's coming back off the upright and bounces back out. So he couldn't have gone too much closer, but the score remains East 16, the Crushers 10.
Well, these are their own worst enemies. They should be coming up and in, putting pressure on Tideman there. Heath Lewis just takes off. Nielsen can't get across, and look, they just present him with a try. Thank you. Tideman will take it.
First blow of the second half goes the Crushers' way. So that's just the start they needed to close that gap. Now they're right back in the hunt for this match. Down 16-6. Fair gap, 10 points. They were going to have to really do some catching up before they could get on top. Now they're already within reach. Young. Williams. The pass is knocked down by Turner.
Good desperation from Young just to get back on that ball again.
6 more tackles goes to the Crushers. Here's Plowman.
The East defence have to stop the Crushers from getting a roll on. The big men are going forward here. They're dragging tacklers in and quick play the ball. They're going to be in trouble if they don't slow them down.
And here's Tideman slipping the pass back, and it's Mears up to Antonic. McAllister. Williams. Williams is out of the tackle. Williams spinning downfield. He comes to Davis. Back inside is Young. What a hit. Knocked over, and a huge tackle here by the winger, I think it's Turner.
Peter Turner, he's come off second best.
But what a tackle. The little winger has barreled Grant Young, the biggest man on the field. He's a monster, Grant Young. Look at this
who
tackle.
was going to tackle him? Look at that shoulder. That's great body check there.
Sensational tackle.
Who was going to take... Oh, look at that hit. Look at the force in that. 2 big men. Well, 1 little man, 1 big man.
The wind has been knocked out of Young as well. He'll go to the blood bin. Scrum to pack 10 metres out. Tony, that was a monumental tackle.
I love seeing hits like that, Warren. I mean, that inspires me out there. And when I used to play, look, Eastern Suburbs, they should take inspiration from that hit. That was fantastic by Turner.
Now here they are. So they've got possession. They've managed to stem the flow, which was starting to run against them. They've got rid of Grant Young, one of the dangerous men. He's gone to the blood bin. Now East lose the ball, though. It was the fullback, Smith, coming onto the pass.
Smith coming onto the pass. Look at the pressure from Thompson there. Great hit to the ball going forward. Crushers feed.
Crushers ball. Antonic scampers back to regather it. Handy attacking position. 6 tackles, 25 metres out. Good burst here. Shaposky is only 18 out now.
Oh, good hit, Danny. Ian Staines. Good hit.
And the other end of it was David Cooper for the Crushers. Here's Williams. They stood and watched him. 5 metres out. Good jolting tackle in the end by Staines. Thompson to Hines.
Good defence.
And that was Lewis.
Coming up, putting pressure on them.
Almost left behind, and Thompson, it appears, has knocked on. Just a little slow to react there at dummy half. Bit of uncertainty.
Yeah, a little knock on.
East player had a little bit to do with it as well. Lewis was trying to get out of there, and that might have put Thompson off. So East might be a little lucky to have possession here. It's Turner, the hero of the moment. He's tackled by McAllister. Smith. He's got plenty of heart too, the fullback.
Well, at the moment, the Tigers do not look like they're going to go wide because you can throw a blanket over them.
Now it's Nielsen. Shoves off Tideman. Davis. You're right, Tony. Very strange set of 6 this, isn't it? They're 1 out. Last tackle coming up now as it goes to Duncan.
Maybe it's the breather set.
Could be. The last thing they want to do is go into their shell.
It's a good chase by the Tigers.
Smith with the tackle low. Plowman. He goes wide. Good thinking. Norton keeps
picked
it
up.
going to Brennan. And Brennan squashed by the diving Dion Cope, just short of halfway. Norton. He's well tackled by Cannon. Now Cooper. David Cooper, originally named in the front row. McAllister loses his footing. 10 metres inside the East's half. Both teams seem to be just playing it a little closer to their chests at the moment. Doyle. Kicking down to Davis, who is playing at fullback. And the ball has just gone dead. Sean Davis, who was named at hooker, back in his favourite fullback spot now.
Well judged. End over end. Davis looking behind him. Sees the Crushers' defence. Oh, yep. Let it just get to there.
Staines from the 20-metre tap. And he's lost it. Oh, that's a terrible error by the captain. The ball coming loose on the first tackle. Whether there was a hand in here, let's have a look.
Plenty of defence. I think Staines, oh, look, he just let go of that ball, hoping for a penalty, and went the other way.
East leading 16 points to 10. Crushes ball from the scrum. Doyle gets it out. Oh, the pass looked forward, I thought, from Hines to his winger. It was forward. He rushed that pass. It just wasn't on.
A little bit of inexperience there. Plowman overrunning the ball in the first place, not making it easy. And East let off the hook again for that mistake by Staines.
Staines comes off. Rames goes on. And Cairns with the ball for East. Duncan goes wide to Lewis, to Smith, and
he's got pace. Look at the pace.
Andrew McGowan over the halfway, downfield support inside. It's try time here. It's Lewis. Lewis racing away for the try and he'll score underneath the posts. East again scoring a try from their own side of halfway. Swinging it wide, getting around the defence with McGowan, who showed superb speed down the touchline and turned it inside to Lewis, who backed up beautifully. And they've scored the try. These long-range killer tries from the East side. Long balls here as Lewis throws it out to Smith, who's playing in the centres. He gives it to McGowan. He simply got around Brennan with speed and a little bit of a swerve. Beats the tackle as he races down the sideline, and inside is Lewis, and Lewis has got the speed to race away. A couple of tackles may have just been dived a little early here.
Well, you're right, Warren. Nothing going on here. He's just going through the normal backline play. Let's have a look what goes on here. McGowan just gets on the outside of the Crushers' defence. Look at the pace on the man. Going down the sideline, Heath Lewis, great back up inside. You won't stop him. He sets sails for the line. He's going to make this a 6-point try. Great try.
Cam's right in front of the posts. And he lands a vital goal. A converted try will go a long way towards helping East win this match now. They lead 22 points to 10.
Well, it's been all Crushers. They've been in the East Territory all the time. They can't come up with the try. Out there, Heath Lewis starts the ball. Smith gets it on to McGowan. McGowan just gets on the outside there. Look at the pace of the man. Sets sail for the line. Great backup. Great speed by Heath Lewis to get to the man. You won't stop him striding out. Great style.
Away we go again. And it more breaks here by East. Oh, this is amazing football. Down to the fullback he goes. Stepping out of tackles, it was Dion Cope. How fast are these two second rowers?
Oh, he took the ball on the full from the kick-off and just streeted 60 metres.
Duncan now. It's East on fire all of a sudden. And the Crushers' defence is going to have to simply stop them here and now.
They'll go wide again. They're a little bit short, the Crushers.
Dowden still weaving a magic wand out in centre field. Steve Dowden. Running off him was the big man Rames. Now Cope. Nielsen. He's tackled low by Mears. Attempted field goal from Davis. Won't reach the post.
Oh, great take.
Shiposky across to make the catch.
Didn't know whether to come in or take that. In the end, making a great catch.
A little bit of desperation about this field goal attempt by Davis.
Nice and hot. Look at that take. Fantastic. If he lets it bounce, it could go anywhere. The ball on the deck could do anything.
The kick by Davis. The field goal attempt was on the last tackle. And I suppose if he lands it, they're 13 points ahead, which would be a very, very important lead. But from 30 metres or more out, it always looked a bit of a risk.
Well, Warren, it was like a bomb, wasn't it? So it was a 50-50 bet, each way bet.
Yeah, fair
I get
point.
the 1 point or I put up a bomb.
Fair point. And it almost did get the bounce away from the fullback. Here's Davis. He's got away from Tideman.
He's dangerous in open play.
I got to say that on last year's form, I thought Sean Davis was the one man that Johnny Lang left behind. He took Paul Green, Andrew Neve, Jeff Bell and Adam Marr. I thought Davis was as good as the lot of them.
If anything, he might be a little bit slight in the build, and if he went down to Sydney and built up, maybe he might lose that speed that makes it so good for him.
Certainly very, very fast. Duncan works the wide blind side to Smith, and Smith has monstered. Smith out there in the centres now. Matthew Dwyer must be the man who's off the field.
Oh, that's a
lovely
good
ball
ball.
popped up, but it did go forward. I think it's a good call. Skillful play by Scott Nielsen, and Simon Rames was galloping away.
Nielsen's having a field day out here. Look, great anticipation, picked up, but
did go forward.
Yeah, good metre forward.
Grant Young back from the blood bin, packs into the scrum. Anthony's got it for the Crushers. The South Queensland Crushers on the halfway line. McAllister now. Dan McAllister, good burst.
Run away, Ken, run away.
Showed some speed, got over that advantage line. Slow play the ball though, held up the momentum. That's better defence by East this time. Cooper. Mears. Slips it away to Doyle. He goes wide to Young. They've got the numbers here. Young shrugs off a tackle. Going for the corner now. It's try time for the Crushers. Try time, and it's scored by Travis Norton. Is it Norton down there in the corner scoring? It's 22 points to 14. And he did well to finish it off. But they had the numbers here when Grant Young shrugged off a tackle. It was 3 or 4 Crushers against virtually no East defence except whatever could scramble across. And Norton stepped well to get inside the cover and score the try.
The secret to this try was to stand off and unload. Mears went the right way. Dowden's come in too quick there for Eastern Suburbs. If you're going to slide, you've all got to slide. You can't have one man sliding, one man coming in. Creates holes. And Travis Norton, who's been one of the better Crushers today, scores a great try.
A very impressive performer, Travis Norton, from Moranbah, a former Mackay under 19-year-old. And he looks set to go on to play for the Crushers next year, I would say. All right, Tony, I'll put it on you. In or around?
Well, for 20 cents, I think I'll back him in this one.
He's been all around the post. It's 5 metres in from touch. And it's going to be very close. Ooh, just swinging away. Just swinging away. I finally got 20 cents back off you. I only owe you about $150,000. 22 points to 14 to East.
Okay, this is the offload. Standing in the tackle. Unloads back to Myers. Myers doesn't know which way to go. No, I'll go back here to the left. Plenty of defence. Watch Dowden. Comes in 100 miles an hour. Should have been sliding on Grant Young there. Gives him a bit more room. Travis Norton just finishes it off. Step through the tackle and over.
A play underway again. And the Crushers hitting back just as it looked as if East had taken a near stranglehold on the match. That's not all over by any manner of speaking. Bad mistake, though, as the ball is put down early in that tackle count in their own territory.
Steve Ralph knocking the ball on. A great, actually, good offload from Grant Young there. And Ralph just taking his eyes off the ball.
Steve Ralph hasn't been back on the field long, I don't think, either. Against the feed, that scrum.
Plenty of weight in it.
Quite extraordinary, the number of scrums that have been very, very competitive here today. Troy Bellamy, another replacement out there in jersey 14 for the Crushers, just taking the ball up a moment back. Now East inside the 10. Irwin pushes them back with a penalty. Doyle will look for touch. Picking up the pace now, the Crushers realise that while there's plenty of time, they just need to get back on that board with another try. Cooper. 23 minutes of play gone in this second half. Anthony out to McAllister.
He's not tackled.
Still going, Dan McAllister. That's a good run. Made a couple of good bursts in this second half. Starting to make an impact. 10 metres out. The Crushers looking for a try that they need desperately, and they shoot it to the wing, and a chance as Ralph is bundled towards the touchline, now towards the goal line. Referee Irwin checks with the touch judge, and he says to play it. Close thing. Cooper now throws himself at the line and reaches out to score. David Cooper scores the try, and he got a good pass. It came out, I think it could have even been Thompson involved there. It's 22 points to 18. East still in the lead, and here's Cooper reaching out after Ralph had gone so close with the back line shooting the ball wide on the previous tackle. The Crushers narrowing the gap.
The Tigers desperate. Plenty of in there in defence, but out wide there must be a hole.
Any doubt about that pass from Thompson?
Oh, looked a bit forward to me. Dion Coate coming with a good tackle, but to no avail.
Now here's Grant Young again. Tony, I'll back him in. I'll give you a chance.
Double or nothing.
1 from 3 for Young, but he's been very close on every occasion. And this one's coming back. I'll be a millionaire by the end of this game. Grant Young adds 2 very important points for the Crushers. They're only trailing by 2 points now. Let's look at the lead up to this try.
Watch the East defence sliding there. Cairns going 100 mile an hour to his right. Plenty of East defence. Did not know what happened in the melee there. The Crushers come up with the ball. Eastern Suburbs, too many men in defending. Holes out wide and a try resulting.
So the Crushers down near their end of the field, trailing by 2 points, and we've got 14 minutes left, so there's plenty of time for either side to win this match. And there's been plenty of tries, 4 tries each. Goal kicking is the difference. East have kicked 3 goals by Cairns. Young has kicked 2 goals. And who can lift themselves in this last 14 minutes of play? The Crushers seem to be getting stronger over the last 5 or 10. Here's Williams with a good burst up to halfway. Wanted to pass back, but there were plenty of defenders in behind him to stop the pass. Williams is hurt.
Oh, Dion Coate giving him a bit of a facial there. Look, I think he's in trouble.
He looks very groggy.
He is in trouble.
Yeah, very groggy. Trying to play the ball, but his teammates want him to just take it easy. Let's have a look at the tackle.
Might hear a bit more about this. Dion Coate over the top, slams him down. Look at it, there it is there. Thank you. Crash.
Yeah, I think it was more the head hitting the ground. It is play on now with the Crushers, and they've lost it though. Steve Ralph. The ball was bouncing at his feet. Couldn't hang on to it. Little kick put through by the Crushers, and very nearly bringing dividends. Jared Williams going to the touchline groggily. Now, Cope.
Crowd getting very vocal here, thinking the Crushers are creeping up inside the 10.
Tony, I just wonder whether East have stuck to the game plan in this second half. They scored 1 try when McGowan got outside his winger, but a lot of the rest of the time they don't seem to have been moving it the way they did in the first half, wide.
I think they have been doing a mountain of work in defence, and admittedly the Crushers have been in there half for most of this game.
Yeah, it may have run out a little bit of gas.
A little bit of gas. You tend to not. You take the shortcuts, the easy way out, and the easy way out is just take the ball, tuck under the arm, and go forward.
Not to say that they've become negative, just not quite as committed to swinging the ball wide as they were in the first half. Crushers on their own 20 here.
I know we commented at half-time about the percentage of East dominance in the Crushers half. It was very negligible, wasn't it? 27%.
Yep, that's right. The Crushers had the opportunities in the opposition half, unlike East.
Cover the ball!
Lovely pass, offloaded, slipped away. It was Bellamy getting the pass away. In fact, it was Doyle, I should say. Doyle was the man who slipped that nice offload back. Thompson now with the kick off his right boot.
Turned into a good one.
Smith has dropped back to fullback now. And a good step and good speed by David Smith. He has played well. Haven't seen him before in action. Been impressed with him.
Good work by Grant Young there. Got beaten, followed up and made the tackle.
Now it's Dwyer. So we've got a couple of fresh men out on the field. Dwyer is back. And likewise, who's that? Ashley Welsh is out there. And so we've seen the interchange used more in this game than in any other this season.
Makes it hard to keep up.
Here's Cope. He's well tackled though by Hines. Excellent tackle by the centre on the big second rower. On the halfway. They come to the blind side. They have the numbers, but there's not much room. Bellamy, I should say, not Bellamy, that's Simon Rames. Last tackle coming up now. Duncan goes high with it. Ralph challenges.
Great take, Ralph.
Lovely take. Steve Ralph flew high, came down with it. Timed his jump perfectly. Now Doyle goes wide. Out towards Norton. Here's trouble. Dwyer's got him, though. That's a good tackle.
Run away.
Great take. Eyes on the ball. Just the right timing, up above the pack. Good take.
Olszewski's on the field for the Crushers. He gets his first taste of the action on the far side. Now it's Cooper. Spins away from Rames. Lovely pass. Bellamy with the ball now. Some real skill being shown by both teams. This is a quality game of football. Mears with a good burst upfield. Stole 15 metres. Last tackle coming up for the Crushers. It's Antonic to Thompson. The kick rebounded off an East player. Well, was that played at? It's 6 more tackles to the Crushers. I don't know whether that was played at. It's a big decision by Ian Irwin. Grant Young.
22-20, Crushers attacking the east line. What a decision to make.
They've got 6 tackles, 20 metres out. "20 metres out, and the Crushers looking for a try that'll put them in front. It's Bellamy with the ball. 18 metres out now. 22-20 the score in favour of East. Playing for their semi-final life. A big tackle by Staines. He's been called out. It was a big hit. Diving, may have been caught on the wrong foot as he targeted McAllister.
McAllister up around the neck. Really tried to pull out of it, I think, Ian Staines.
Staines penalised. And they'll kick for goal from right in front. 2 points the difference. This to level the scores. This is the easiest one he's had all day. It's straight between the sticks. And the scores are level. It's 22 points all with 8 minutes to go. And this is the rebounding kick. Did the Eastern Suburbs side play at this ball?
Oh, no way.
Shouldn't have been 6 more tackles. This is the Ian Staines tackle. A little bit high.
It was high, but it should never have been happening in the first place. Eastern Suburbs should not have been in that position.
22 all. Now they're in a field goal position here, East. I wouldn't be surprised if Duncan was waiting for it on that tackle. It goes to Cannon instead. Referee calls timeout. Lewis will have to go to the blood bin. He doesn't think that there's any blood coming from him, but referee Irwin can see a couple of drops.
Quickly wipe it off.
Lewis sprints to the sideline, replaced by Davis. Here goes Staines. Back inside, no one there. On it goes with Shaw. Desperation football from both teams, and don't they know it? Now David Smith.
Oh, great run. They want to try Eastern Suburbs.
Sensational run by David Smith. 2 metres out.
Crushers desperate.
Out it comes to Cannon. Cannon for the line. He crashes his way over.
Oh, he's got it back.
It's got to be a try. Smith goes for it. He's there.
And they're happy.
What excitement here at Langlands Park as they score a try. It's East 26, the Crushers 22. Kick to come for the Tigers, 4 minutes to go. It's not all over for the Crushers, that's for sure. But East get the vital try, and what an offload this was from the replacement big front rower, Quinton Cannon. He's over the line, fights his hands free. Once he got it back there, it was real trouble for the Crushers, and Smith dives between a couple of players and scores the try.
Cannon having a good game. He goes over, he almost goes in. He knows that if he gets caught over the line, it'll be a scrum resulting. Throws it back. Smith picks the ball up and says, I'll burrow in here. Through the tackle of Thompson, plants it down, and they're happy. Look at Cannon.
Well, sensational football by both teams. East have their head in front once again, and with the kick to come. Shane Cairns lining up an important kick here for East. If he lands it, the best the Crushers can do is a draw with a converted try. And the flags are up, 28-22 to East.
Great work here. Cannon going for the line. Plenty of Crushers defence. They're holding him up. He doesn't want to get caught in the in-goal area. Flicks it down. Smith takes it. Nowhere to go but forward. Through the tackle of 2 Crushers forwards. Over. East in front.
Up towards halfway. Siren sounds now. Is Irwin going to give them the tap? Yes, he will. What'll they do? Throw it or hoist it high? There it is. It's maybe too deep from Thompson. Waiting there is David Smith. He's got it. He's got to hold on to it, though. Takes the tackle, and that's it. Full time in A very entertaining, very dramatic game of football. Quality skills by both teams throughout. There was power, there was intensity, and there was some great attack shown by both sides. At full time, it's East the victors, an important victory, 28 points to 22, and they leapfrogged the Crushers into the 5. And Tony, the story of the day, Shaw got 2 tries, Davis, Lewis and Smith a try, Cairns 4 from 5, and weren't they important? The Crushers, Doyle, Tideman, Norton and Cooper scored the tries. Young kicked 3 from 5. And the Lang Park Trust man of the match, Tony, who do you give it to?
Well, I couldn't split the 2 second rows, but I'll have to go with Matthew Shaw today.
Matt, you've scored 2 tries. You're second highest in the tackle count. Tremendous effort by you and your fellow back rowers.
Yeah, thanks, Ryan. I think the forwards paved the way today, and the backs just seem to finish off.
The tactics of moving it wide to spread the Crushers forwards around obviously worked.
Yeah, well, they got some big fellas there, and just spreading them around made them tired. That's where we got the gaps.
In the second half, was the pace of the game getting to everyone? I mean, you still played very well, but that pattern seemed to break down a little.
Yeah, it was a fast game, very hard, but it seemed to tighten up a little bit in the second half. I think that was just mainly due to tiredness.
You've jumped into the 5 with that win. Confident you can stay ahead of the Crushers?
Yeah, maybe. Good win over Ipswich next week, and then the Broncos should see us through, I think.
Okay, great effort by us today.
Thanks very much.
In the other results today, no surprises. West defeating North 36 to 10. Valley's Too Good for Brothers 38-14. Redcliffe defeating Wynnum 34-18. Ipswich in a close one over Logan City 22 to 20, and South defeating the Broncos 21 to 12. Now the all-important ladder, Redcliffe can't be headed for the minor premiership. They're on 34 points with 2 rounds to go. Then we have a battle for second and third spots. It's West, South and Ipswich all equal on 29. And an equally interesting battle for 5th. East's on 22, the Crushers 21, and Valley's on 20. Valley's playing the Broncos and Norths in their last 2 games, both sides below Valley's on the table. The standard of football in this Brisbane competition just gets better and better, and the battle for the final 5 far from settled. And it continues next week. It's East versus Ipswich at Ipswich, and we'll be there. Bye for now.